So these are pumpkin whoopie pies. It's basically if a cookie and a cake had a baby, and it's two soft pumpkin cakes on the outside with a nice cream filling in the inside. And it's pretty much fall flavors in a dessert sandwich. And it's gonna be awesome, so let's get into it. So for the first step, we're going to mix in a teaspoon of nutmeg, right in there, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of ground ginger in there. We're going to mix in 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. We're going to mix in a teaspoon of baking soda, right in there, and a teaspoon of baking powder. And last but not least, a teaspoon of regular white salt. And then we're going to whisk this around until it's fully combined. Okay, so the next step is we're going to mix in a cup of regular white sugar, and then we're going to mix in a cup of brown sugar. And we're also going to mix in a cup of regular oil, cooking oil. And then we're going to beat this together in our stand mixer. You can beat it with your hands or with a whisk, whatever, and it just needs to be fully combined. Okay, so now we just need to mix in 3 cups of pure pumpkin puree into the sugar and oil mixture. So we're just gonna... Okay, so now that this is all whipped up, we're going to add our 1 teaspoon of vanilla into the mixture and 2 eggs. And then we're going to combine this all together. So now that this is all mixed together, we're going to slowly add in a bit of flour at a time, and we're going to let each little bit of it mix in slowly. Okay, so now that we have everything mixed together, we're going to use a large cookie scoop or a 1 tablespoon measurement, and we're going to scoop it, try and get it clean and level on the scoop, and we're going to put them on the cookie sheet, about 1 to 2 inches of space between each one. You're probably going to have to make 1 or 2 more of these cookie sheets, and we're going to pop them in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 14 minutes until they come out nice and puffy and looking nice and soft. Okay, so now it is time to make the cream filling. So as the cakes are baking, we're going to mix 3 cups of white powdered sugar into a bowl, 18 ounces of cream cheese, and half a cup of butter, just 1 stick, and a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Okay, so now that these are out of the oven and we have our frosting all mixed up and made, I just put it should be like a nice kind of soft, smooth, you know, like how you'd expect frosting to be. I put it in this piping bag thing, and we're just going to squeeze it on here right in the center, just about that size, maybe a little bit bigger depending on how much you like. You're going to take your second pumpkin cake and press it right down on top.
All that's left is taste on, so I'm going to grab the ugliest one. Magnificent.